morning, Peyton Manning was on a local Denver radio show and was asked if he had any advice for Tom Brady's transition from New England to Tampa. Well, Peyton said, quote, "I don't think Tom needs any advice from me. They've got Gronkowski now, so they're going to win the Super Bowl for sure." Shannon, do you think Peyton was being serious or sarcastic here?
I think he was being more sarcastic than serious. But Tom does have a lot of weapons with Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Now they brought Gronk into the fold. They selected a tackle in the first round to shore that up. And so he's going to be, they surrounded him with a plethora of talent, or he's gone to a team that had talent, and they've added a little bit more talent around him, Skip. And so, and Skip loves to throw this. They have a 387 win percentage and yada, yada, yada. So does the Clippers. But what happens with the win percentage when you got great players? When you bring in a Kawhi, when you bring in a Paul George, do they still not have that win percentage? Sure they do, but they got better players. Skip Bayless wants you to believe that this is the same team that was in 1976 or 1982 or 1985, and it is not. He knows that. That's why Tom went there. They have weapons. This team can do some damage offensively. Now, whether or not they'll be able to put all this together, special teams, defense, and offense on a given Sunday, and be able to win enough games to get them to where they need to be, remains to be seen. But I think Peyton was being a little more sarcastic than serious, but he knows that they have weapons offensively. He's played for Bruce Arians for 3 years, from 98 to 2000. He won a Super Bowl at a young age where he wasn't the same Peyton Manning that won those 5 MVPs, Skip, but he did enough. Tom Brady, I don't think, is to where Peyton was in his last year. So, yes, could they? But I don't believe that will happen.
Question, did Kawhi Leonard and also Paul George join a Clippers team that was sub 500 and had missed the playoffs the previous year? Help me out.
No. They were in the playoffs. I think they won 48, 49 games the previous year.
Yeah, and they scared the hell out of Kevin Durant and the Golden State Warriors in the first round of the playoffs. Right. So they were on the rise. They had Doc Rivers. They had Sweet Lou Williams. They had Montrez. They had Landry Shamet. They had a lot of nice players and a nice foundation already. You couldn't look at the Buccaneers last year at 7-9 and say, they're on the verge of winning the Super Bowl. But now let me answer Jenny's question. This was straight sarcasm from Peyton Manning, and it was tinged with bitterness. Peyton is still bitter as a rival of Tom Brady's, a longtime rival, obviously, often head-to-head in the AFC. And in the end, I think it is driving Peyton Manning nuts that everybody just routinely proclaims Tom Brady as the GOAT. And I think it's driving Peyton Manning even nuttier that Tom Brady is flourishing. He's on the rise in Tampa Bay as he approaches age 43 for his 43-year-old season. And by the way, Peyton just turned 44, and he's doing Peyton's Places on ESPN, and they're funny, and they're great, and they're entertaining and insightful. But in his heart of hearts, I think he really resents that Brady is still going strong at almost 43, and Peyton is out of football, on the outside looking in, being sought as a broadcaster to do Monday Night Football and whatever else, but not as a quarterback anymore. That is over and out. So I was a little surprised and frankly a little offended that Peyton got that sarcastic on Denver radio. Obviously, he was the Broncos quarterback in a couple of Super Bowls, and they did win the last one, not hugely because of Peyton.
He still lives there, Skip.
Mostly because of the defense. But yeah, I got it. I got all that. So he's preaching to the choir in Denver about, oh yeah, they got Rob Gronkowski. They're going to win the Super Bowl for sure. Stop it. Be nice. Play nice. You know, be respectful. acknowledge greatness, honor the fact that now Tom Brady is doing something that you wish you could have done when you were 43 years old, which is be the quarterback of a potential Super Bowl winning team.
Skip, you know what I find hard to believe? This is what I find so amazing, is that everybody else has emotions. Everybody can be bitter. Everybody can be sad. Everybody can get upset. Everybody can have anger, frustration. Only Tom Brady. Because I've been telling you for years, Shannon, you're interjecting your feelings into Tom Brady. Now, Skip Bayless, it seems to me you're interjecting your feelings into Peyton Manning. Because only Tom Brady is the only man alive that does not have emotions. When I tell you he possibly feeling this or he possibly feels that, Shannon, that's just the way you think. That's the way you feel, not Tom Brady. Whoa, lo and behold, a man with five MVPs, 2 Super Bowl wins, a Super Bowl MVP, one of the greatest of all times. He has emotions, but Tom Brady doesn't have emotion. Tom Brady does not get upset. Tom Brady, everything just runs off Tom Brady's back like water off a duck's back. Why is that, Skip Bayless? Why does Tom Brady not have emotions? Why does Tom Brady do no wrong in your eyes, but everybody else could potentially? What is that? Why is that?
The emotion in question on Peyton's part is petty bitterness and resentment of Tom Brady's greatness. It's as simple as that. Again, does Tom have emotions on the field? I tell you all the time, he turns into Psycho Tom and wears his emotions all over both sleeves. That works. That fuels his fire. But off the field, this is beneath Peyton to take a sarcastic shot of, oh, yeah, now they're going to win the Super Bowl for sure. Well, great, because this is going to add a little secret sauce to this golf match coming up. Because what happened, Shannon? Yeah, Peyton Manning, he big time Tom Brady. He power brokered Tom Brady, and he pushed because he wants to be the partner of Tiger Woods. He said, I want Tiger. And it left Tom with Phil Mickelson. I don't think Tom wanted to play with Phil Mickelson, but okay, he'll do it for charity, for the right cause, and watch Tom Brady outplay Peyton in golf also, because that's coming up. I can't wait.
So let me ask you a question. As you mentioned, well, Paul George and Kawhi, when they linked up, the Clippers already had good players. They had Sweet Lou Williams, they had Trez Harrell, they had Landry Shamet, they had Doc on the sideline. So in other words, you're telling me Tampa already had good players. Although their record was not really indicative of how much talent they had good players. Are you telling me that? And a good coach with B.A., with Chris Godwin, with Mike Evans, with the tight ends, O.J. Howard. Is that what you're telling me, Skip? With Devin White. Are you telling me that with JPP, with Shaq Barrett? Are you telling me Tampa had good players? Is that what I just want to hear you say? Hey, Skip, I don't need to go in this all this yada yada.
Sure.
Yes or no? Did the Tampa Bay have good players?
They were so good, they went 7-9, and Bruce Arians has been so great.
No.
He's won one playoff game. One playoff game in this league.
Oh, so in other words, Tom Brady should have just went to
Bucs.
Cincinnati then.
Yeah, well, no, he's not going to Cincinnati, Shannon, but we are talking about the Bucs. We're talking about Tampa. Oh, and by the way, Tom Brady got a little help in the draft last night. We'll tell you who next.